Hi, everybody. Welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I am your host, Khalil, here for another live toy of the day here on CastorsCorner.com. You can, of course, go to CastorsCorner.com for, I apologize, the live chat is not popping up. So if you're here and chatting, I apologize. You can go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of this figure, as well as our past archive. You can also follow us. We are at Castor's Corner on all social media, and you can check out the Cornercast podcast this week with our friend MCU Collector, who I feel like I'm in competition with this week because we are posting pretty much the same reviews. It's a matter of who gets them up first. So what do we got today? I got this figure a few years ago. I found this Clone Wars Clone Armor Obi Wan at Walgreens. It was a Walgreens exclusive. I really like the soft good cape. I really like the new improved head sculpt on this, the real scan or close to it. And I was like, oh, cool. It'll look good. It's a nice exclusive. Maybe I'll do a review of it. I never did, but I liked it. Like, I like the cape. I like the armor. I know this is just, clone armor with Obi-Wan. It's not even the new clone armor bodies. It's the older one. But there was just something about the armor, the face sculpt. It looked like a really cool figure. So I bought it. And I thought this was good enough. And then they announced that they're going to do Clone Wars figures. Now, I can honestly say I have seen maybe a dozen Clone War episodes, and that's being generous. I've maybe seen about half a dozen for sure. I've been watching the last season recently to catch up on the Bad Batch while I'm waiting for new episodes of the Bad Batch to show up. And so, I'm learning a little bit about, what was going on in that period of history in Star Wars. And in the past, I got Rex at Five Below. So I thought that this was a really cool looking figure. $5 for a Star Wars Black Series figure at retail. Really cool helmet, great face sculpt. Again, another great representation of the actor / character. All the little tick marks on his helmet and on his armor of all the droids he's got. And Captain Rex, I liked Rebels. So a younger Rex, I thought it was cool. I still want an older Rex, Hasbro. Come on. We need one more. So, I got this and I figured I got this. There we go. Clone Wars. Boom. Done. I'm done. Right. And then the fever hit me. I've been pretty good for the most part about staying in my lane when it comes to Star Wars figures. I haven't gone for the expanded universe. I haven't gone for the gaming greats. I haven't gone in for every single alien character they've done for vintage. I definitely didn't go in for a lot of the movie stuff and the 5 POA stuff. Stayed away from Revenge of the Sith for the most part, I think. Yeah, I think I've stayed away from that too. So, I have really been selective in the Star Wars characters I've been buying, even though it seems like a lot. I do have a lot of Star Wars choices. There's no doubt in that. I'm not denying that. But when I'm sorting and I'm going through it, and I realize how much stuff I don't have in the vintage collection, I think about stuff I skipped with the Black Series, and I was like, okay, I'm not chasing another Target exclusive. They are horrible to collectors. They have made it increasingly more difficult to purchase things through their stores between arbitrary street dates, arbitrary register locks, limited quantities, under ordering, staff hiding figures in the back to flip on eBay or sell out of the back room at a premium. Whatever it may be, they've become increasingly and impossible to track and know whether something's in stock or not. So it has become increasingly hard and difficult to want to support lines to get there. But I think, and I've mentioned this on podcasts before, I think what the general public doesn't realize is that in order to get a figure like this, Star Wars Black Series, Obi Wan clone, and I'll grab the packaging, which is right over here. In the classic Clone Wars packaging, in order to get something like this, to get newly tooled figures, to get better face sculpts, to get new articulation or better figures, we have to deal with Target. We have to deal with Walmart. We have to deal with Amazon and Best Buy and all the other retailers, because part of their deal is they help pay for some of the sculpt work or the tool work or whatever it may be. So unfortunately, we have to buy these because we have no other option. Because if we stop buying these from Target, Target will stop buying them from Hasbro. If they stop buying them from Hasbro, Hasbro will stop making them. And I know that sounds very, very simple. It's also very, very frustrating because we can't even vote with our dollars. The other problem is we're all in competition with each other. And as much as I would love to organize a boycott of Target exclusive product, there are people out there that won't abide by it. There's going to be flippers. There's going to be resellers. They're going to run wild. They're going to jack up the price. And it's going to be, see what happens when we don't. So I don't really think that there's an answer other than we're going to drive each other crazy trying to find these things. Now, I have not woken up every morning and gone, I have not argued with Target employees to get these out of the back room. This was I needed to review it because this is a hot topic toy right now, and I wanted to review it for that reason. But it is not a major want for me. I like it. It's probably going to be a desk toy or a shelf toy. This is not going to end up in a box necessarily and go downstairs in the archives. This is probably going to stay up and posed because I think it looks really cool that way. It's got a really good Ewan McGregor face sculpt. It does not look cartoony at all. Really looks real. The hair looks good. The beard looks good. Everything. The pictures really don't capture it. I'm going to say it again. The pictures really zoom in and get some of the imperfections. But when you look at it with the naked eye, I think it just looks really well done. I don't have another word for it. Well executed, Hasbro. They did a good job with it. Looks more like his Clone War look. He's not so heavily armored like he is with this one, which was just a kit bash. So I have to say it's more on brand with the character from the cartoon. The lightsaber does come apart, so you can. It does not have the small peg that we're used to. When you pull it apart, it's a little bit thicker, so not as worried about breaking it. His peg on his belt for me was not fully drilled out, so it took a little bit of pressure to get it to stay on his belt, but it does stay now that I got it and then the peg hole's drilled out. I think that this is a stunning Obi-Wan figure, to be honest with you. I think it's really well executed, really well done. The articulation's good. Single elbow, single knees because of the armor. So you're not going to get like full extension there, and you're not going to get them to go full. That's as far as it'll go. But I mean, do you need them more than that? I think the only thing that would have made him good is they did give him a trigger finger. So if they gave him a blaster of some kind, I know Obi-Wan didn't really use a blaster. He used his lightsaber. But if you're going to give him that hand, that trigger finger, he's just really like aesthetically pleasing. Like he just looks really cool. The new neck articulation, so it's got that barbell neck. So the neck is a separate piece. So it gives him a better range of motion. And you can kind of, stagger the head a little bit. So you could pull the head forward and the neck back. So it elongates it a little bit. It makes it a little bit nicer to pose. You can get some sideways poses like he's asking what's going on. So I think it's a really well executed figure. And for the future of the line, I like where they're going with these things. So these are currently available at Target. They have, I don't know if they've publicly stated it, but they have stated that these are not going to go online. So if you want them, you have to go bother their employees every morning. Hopefully they will put them out this week. I think the 18th was the actual street date for these. And everybody went this morning, and no, a lot of people didn't get them. So I think they've created a situation in which we are adapting, and they don't like it. Too bad. You are there to sell product. You do not deserve to be abused. Everybody should be respectful and nice, but don't lie to us. We know when you're lying. We can see it. We know it. We know how this game works. And I think that that's the most egregious thing that they've done so far is the lying part of it, or just the bad customer service. So anyway, thank you to Junior. Without Junior, I would not have this right now. I would have been doing the Marvel Bad Guys review, Marvel Legends Bad Guys review, which are sitting in the other room right now. I opened those today. We've got She-Hulk on the way. We've got the Red Guardian on the way, the Red Guardian 2-pack. So we're going to have a lot of those coming up. You can check those out. I'm going to post some pictures of this guy up on our Instagram. You can go check out, excuse me, link in our bio below, in the description below has a link to the full gallery. It's about 20 pictures, I think, close-ups of how he looks compared to the other figures, and posed with Captain Rex. Follow us. We're at Kastor's Corner on all social media. Excuse me. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. Check out the Cornercast podcast this week with our friend MCU Collector 24. MCU Collector. It's a really good one. And yeah. So remember to hit that subscribe button. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And that's the best part of this journey. So join us. Maybe we'll look at the rest of these if we find them. I am not going to hunt these down, so we'll see what happens. Anakin might be cool. Echo might be cool, but I don't know. I don't have the energy in me to chase something that I only sort of want. So good luck on your hunts. Be safe. Be courteous. But don't let them lie to you. Get what you want when you go. Be persistent, but be polite. So with that, have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. And remember, go to castorscorner.com for a full gallery of these guys. We'll see you tomorrow night.